Buckle up, sports fanatics. This is the Sports Chasers Podcast, your HQ for in-depth sports talk. Join host Kevin L. Warren and crew as they dissect the hottest stories, ignite debates, and bring you closer to the action. From locker room whispers to expert takes, we cover it all. It's game time, so strap in and grab a drink. The Sports Chasers Podcast starts right now.
Hey, good evening, everybody. What's happening, everybody? It's another edition of the Sports Chasers Podcast coming to you live and direct here on a Monday night, October 27, 2025, 7 p.m. out here in the East. Shout out to all those that are listening and watching under the sound of my voice, man. Before we dig into things, let's conduct some business real quick. Make sure you like, click, and subscribe to our channel, the Sports Chasers. Make sure you hit the bells for all the notifications, wonderful notifications, so you can get this wonderful content, sports content. And those are listening in the sound of my voice on Apple, on Spotify, you name it, you got it. Hey, give us that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star review, 5-star review. It absolutely helps us with the algorithm. Love us or hate us, let us know how we're doing. And you guys continue to keep on doing that. We love it. We love it. We love it. We're not indifferent to it. We love comments, whether you like it or not. You know, we even got a middle finger on Facebook. So shout out to you, my brother, for whoever you are, for giving us the middle finger on Facebook. We love you nonetheless, man. Anyway, let's meet the crew. Hey, before we meet the crew, hey, the big sign up in the back is lit up in pink. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, man. For those that have unfortunately succumbed to this awful disease, man. Shout out to just want to give a thing to those that have passed with this. So as we try to combat breast cancer and all that, man. So let's meet the crew. DDubz, what's up, brother? How are you tonight, sir?
What up, man? Sports Chasers Podcast. We here Monday evening. You know,
got the Denver hat on.
Yeah, we rocking Denver because it was a lackluster Sunday for me. I really wasn't feeling it Sunday. But hey, shout out to the Broncos.
Shout out to the Broncos. We got the hockey dude. He's back with us. Dan K, what's up, brother? How are you tonight, sir?
Good. Yeah, we know why you got that Denver hat on. You got PTSD from a week ago, bro.
Yeah, man. Hey.
Hey, what's the old saying? Can't beat them, join them.
Can't beat them, join them. Slide over. You know.
Slide over, man. We're gonna do some tributes tonight, but hey, just want to real quick before we go into the sports thing. DA will be joining us shortly. October 20, 7 years ago today at 10 a.m. It was a Saturday, man. Hey, we started this thing called the Sports Chasers, man, and it's been a ride, man. It's been a really good ride. Thank you for all those that are listening to us, watching us. And in the beginning, DDubz was here in the beginning where we didn't have no video. We was on this thing called Cast. Shout out to Cast. Y'all gave us, our start.
Yeah.
We was stumbling over one another. We was bumbling over one another. We up there playing people's music we ain't supposed to play. We knew zero about this, man. But shout out to education. Shout out to learning and getting to know the business. Shout out to Parity for their help. They're our syndicators when it comes to the podcasting side, and also helping us, navigate through these podcast waters. And shout out to my homegirl, Fran Asaro, who helped me and Junior.
Oh, yeah. Big time
navigate these YouTube waters also, man. YouTube is very hard, man, but we're getting a lot of love, man. Hey, 1.6 million views, man. Y'all been hanging out with us, man, since 2019. I believe December 17th, we actually was our first YouTube showing, man. So shout out to the Chasers. I got a little something here. Yeah, I got a little confetti. No, that's sparkles. That's not that either. We got the DA. I found it somewhere. There you go. That's what I wanted. Hey, at the end of the show, I got a little video to show us, like when we first started, and y'all gonna be like, man, them dudes came a long way, man, because y'all was in the dark and there was a whole lot going on, man. But hey, when you know better, what DDubz, what we do? I like that. You do better, right? Right. DA, what's up, man? This is our 7th anniversary. DA been rocking with us with the Chasers since day one. Day one, man.
Fall asleep.
No, don't fall asleep. You had a hard day. We're gonna make sure.
Oh, boy, it's been a hard one. But hey, glad to be here, man. We we knew it. We get here. We knew it. We get here.
Yep.
So,
yep.
Still got work to do, but I don't think it'll be any harder than the work we've already done. So.
Yep, I absolutely agree. And then a couple years later, Dan joined us. Me and Dan worked together, man. And I need a hockey dude, man. I wanted somebody to really tap into hockey. I know hockey, no, but Dan
knows
hockey. And I said, I need me a Barry Melrose minus the mullet.
Well, now not minus the mullet. You might have had mullet back in the
day. But Dan, shout out to Dan. Jan joined us, man, and I love my brothers up here. I appreciate you, Dan, man, for joining us, man, and
blessing us with the knowledge,
man. Blessing us with the knowledge of hockey, man. I think it's important, man, with that. So I appreciate DDubz and DA as they do their work on the boxing thing, even though they tell us don't watch no more boxing for a while because boxing.
I'm done. I'm finished.
Dan, any words on our 7th?
I can't hear D. Can y'all hear D?
No, his thing is out again. Can you hear?
You hear me now?
We can hear you now. Yeah.
Oh, I was wondering why nobody.
Yeah,
you on a hiatus, man? He's on hiatus for the boxing, bro. So, yeah.
It's just nothing happening. I mean, there's some good lighter weight fights happening, but it's just too much BS.
Yeah, a lot of BS
between the guys that need to fight. And PBC.
And these guys that don't want to fight.
Yeah, I mean,
playing like
promotions are hurting them, man. It's not the boxers per se, as much as it is the boxers, but it's also the promotions themselves, and that's not doing the boxers any good, I'd say.
That's a fact.
Always messing around with the fights and you don't fight this guy because of this and. Ain't but so many dudes out there, so that's kind of where it's at.
Gotcha. I wanted to give Dan some room on our 7 years before we start. Go ahead, Dan.
No, it's been a good ride. We keep plugging away. We're gonna get there. Just take some time, but I've had fun. Appreciative to everybody welcoming me in.
Oh yeah, and I give you props, Dan. You also took on something else as the WNBA. Its popularity. You took that on because I wasn't. So, yeah, I wasn't gonna do
that. I don't know what to say about you.
I don't care. I don't care what girls come for me, what women come for me.
Girls,
I don't care.
Girls.
I don't care what happened, man. Yeah, y'all got to prove me wrong.
But at least they're not missing layups on purpose.
Oh, yes, they are. Well, not the championships, but they are. They're somewhere in the park right now missing some layups. One of them. Yeah, shoot. So,
gentlemen, Dan, did you want to finish?
With a shirt on saying, pay me what you owe me. Yeah, there you go.
Go ahead, Dan. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, it's been great. I'm looking forward to the rest of the hockey season. We're real early, and we got a long way to go, but it's to be interesting times this year.
He's getting paid.
Yeah, certain teams that are supposed to be,
Yeah, don't start.
No, I'm talking across the board.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
you're right, though. But no, you're right.
If you look at it, look at Utah. Yeah. Chicago's 500.
Yeah.
Anaheim's playing pretty decent. So, a lot of these teams that have been in the draft, they've been getting players and making moves, getting another veteran, shaping their team, and it's coming around. So, you're getting to the point now where some of your teams like Tampa are getting old, and even the Penguins. You could see what they did. They got a lot of young guys in the lineup now, and it's just a matter of time that a lot of these teams, even if Florida's day is going to come, probably might not be a couple years, but right. It goes in cycles. You get that core, you get that talent together, and good things happen. but eventually face them. So yeah, that's what I say. It's fun times in hockey because now, a lot of these teams that have been perennially up in the standings are struggling a little bit. So we'll see. It's going to be a fun year.
Gotcha. And I'll leave room for DDubz before we start football. DDubz, your thoughts on 7 years with the Sports Chasers?
7 years has been a good ride, man. So far, so good. We getting better, man. That's all we can ask for. Consistency and get better, man. We're just getting better, one step at a time. Slow grind. Like I said, listen, you think about you're gonna become this mogul rich overnight. No, for the people who don't have a name, it takes a little bit of time. So it's a slow grind, slow bubble. So, but again, we regular people, so we used to that. It's all good. And, you know what I'm saying? So, but I've enjoyed it. I enjoy talking sports. I wouldn't do it if I didn't like it or love it, I should say. And so that's why we're here. And we here because we wanted to make a change. We seen where this sports world was going, and wow, it seems like a lot of other people had the same idea. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's amazing that a lot of other people is feeling the same way. So you know what? I'm sick of y'all, and let me go grab me a microphone, a couple computers, some lights and cameras, and let's roll.
Yeah, lights, cameras,
and let's tell the story like it's supposed to be told, truthfully, and just and don't have to be a straight up debate. It could just be honest, factual opinions.
Embrace debate.
Yeah.
Shout out to. Go ahead.
Right. One thing, it's just like anything else. They BS sells, man. You know what I'm saying? So these people love the ignorance and the foolishness sometimes. So it's you got to tiptoe on that line.
Yep. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate it. Shout out to Vanessa Warren. That's mom. She's hanging out with us. She always been here since day one. That's our I call her our chaplain.
Yeah, I gotta watch my mouth. Watch my mouth.
She's our chaplain, man. Shout out to mom. Shout out to ECG. Shout out to my main man Dante, man.
Yeah, hey, what up?
I remember that time that I emailed Dante and I was watching them for a little bit. I said, man, these guys are really good, man. I said they better than some of the shows on TV. And there's no cap to that. I literally mean that. And I was like, man, I'm gonna try to do some collaborations, man. And ever since then, man, the last 3 years, I want to say, man, we've been collaborating, man. A show here or there, and I appreciate Dante and the East Coast Gridiron crew for coming through, man, and helping us out when it comes to football, man.
Yeah, so them dudes are official over there. So shout out, salute to them.
Salute to you guys. Well, let me get on to the business at hand. DA, where did DA run to, man? College football. College football looks like college football loves to pay coaches. But before we get that, let's run down the top 25. The AP poll here. You got at week 9, you got Ohio State, Indiana, who blew out what's his name the other day? Texas A&M. Who it looks like they got Brian Kelly fired.
They got him up out of here. Yeah.
Alabama will beat down on South Carolina. Not beat down, but they won the other day. Yeah, I was going to say Georgia is number 5, Ole Miss 6, Georgia Tech 7, Oregon is 8, Vandy is 9, BYU is 10, Miami of Florida is 11, Notre Dame is 12, Texas Tech 13, Tennessee 14, Cincinnati 15, Virginia 16, Louisville 17, Texas 18, Oklahoma 19, Missouri is 20, Michigan is 21, Memphis, good win the other day, they're 22, Navy, good win also the other day, they're 23, Houston and Utah, who put down the beat down on Coach Prime and Colorado the other day. So we'll start off as we always been doing with college football and the AP top 25. DA's approval or not approval for the.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll say it's okay. I'll say it's okay because until you beat the champs, all right, so you get that with Ohio State. Not to say they're a bad team or a good team. I will say they just haven't played any really good teams. I think they played Texas. I think, was the only ranked team. Then we see where Texas is at today. So understand that's the team that you really played. I do believe Indiana is a hell of a team and a national championship contender.
I love their coach and the quarterback.
That team as well hasn't played a bunch of good teams. But, we'll see when the playoffs.
Oregon.
Yeah, that was it. That's the only ranked team. And they beat Illinois, which is fallen by the wayside. So, but it is what it is. I'm not mad at them for their schedule. It is their schedule. So I'm not saying they can't play. So for the guys that were in the chat and in the comments, getting at me, I wasn't saying they wasn't no good. What I was saying, and what I will stay on, is that there's no reason why Penn State and these teams are ranked 1, 2, and 3, and 4 without playing anybody. For the first 4 weeks of the season, 5 weeks of the season. That makes no sense when other conferences dudes are playing. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying.
So
right?
let me interject here. So you're saying that we should give Ohio State the benefit of the doubt because of the champs?
Nope. But I say I'll give them that. That's what I say I'll do. No one else has to. That's just me.
Okay.
You beat the champ. Got to beat the champ. See the champ, whatever it is. Right? Like, listen, where was Notre Dame was ranked with 2 losses. Like, come on. It's like unfair to other schools when you do that. That's all I'm saying. But no one asked for fair, right? No one promised you fair. That's what my mama used to tell me. That's what my mama said. That's what my mama said. So, listen, I understand that, 2 lost teams. What up, E? Salutations, brother. I just don't think 2 ranked teams should be ranked that high 4 or 5 weeks into the season. I don't care if you get the bag at NBC and you're Notre Dame and everybody loves you up there, and I don't give a damn about that. I am what's happening on the field, and that's kind of the way I do what I do and how I think about it. So, and I think as teams and conferences get better, you guys will see it'll start to kind of, what's the word? It'll even itself out, right? But it still makes no sense when you got teams in certain conferences playing 4 ranked teams, and you got dudes ranked higher than them that only played, a ranked team the whole year. I understand, yeah. They're beating the heck out of teams. Well, they beating the heck out of Purdue. No discount. Sorry.
Oh,
shout out to my alma mater.
Yeah. And then you beat Minnesota by 4,000. They still rowing the boat, right? So, listen, they're going to have to get better, right? Which is what you want each conference to do. They're going to have to get better, but the reality is this, and I'll just say it up front because you know me, I don't mince no words. No. If you're going to say the SEC is worse than the Big Ten, then why are there 8 SEC teams in the top 20? Right? Evidently, somebody thinks they're good because they're ranked there. Right? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So, I'll give you, I'll let you have, because I'm magnanimous. That came up today at work. Magnanimous.
Let me go look this up.
Yeah.
We need a word of the day. I mean,
magnanimous, man.
Is this one that
for Ohio State?
Flip it into the show
for Indiana. Yeah, I wanted to say that on the show.
So
I couldn't even spell it when they said it at first.
Magnanimous.
Yeah.
Okay. What does that mean? I'll let the DDubz get. Before he gets that, let me just go over Ohio State and Indiana's schedule real quick. So Ohio State has played Grambling. They beat them 70-0. They played the University of Ohio. They beat them 37-9. They played Washington University.
Oh my God.
They beat the heck out of Minnesota 42-3.
Yeah, this hurts them, Kev. You saying this actually hurts them.
Ohio State beats Illinois. That's why I like to give people context. 34-16.
If you're trying to help them, this conversation.
Ohio State beat Wisconsin 34-0. And so Saturday they play Penn State, and then they play Purdue, they play UCLA, they play Rutgers, and then of course they got Michigan.
So they lose at Michigan at the end of the year. Okay.
And so Michigan is going to be their only ranked team, and they're if Michigan stays alive in 5 weeks, they'll be 24-25 when they get there. Like Michigan, who gets a lot of money, right? Or what's the dude's wifey is there, got the quarterback at $4 million a year. That's more than Memphis gets all year, right? And Memphis is ranked higher than them, and probably USF is ranked higher than them too, right? These are FCS schools. Correct. So, yeah, it's fine, but yeah, that's. And if you go back, right? So if you go to Indiana, who do they have? Because the dude told me that one Indiana win equals 4 SEC wins. So I'm not good with that math. But who did Indiana play this year?
Oh, sorry. Let me go to Indiana.
Oh, I was gonna say.
I got you. Indiana. So they played Kennesaw State. Indiana State. They won 73-0. They beat Illinois 63-10.
That's a good game though, because they were ranked. Both teams ranked.
They were ranked 9th at the time.
Yeah.
Indiana. Then they beat Iowa 20-15, close one. Then they beat Oregon.
Iowa's always a good team, especially it used to be more defense heavy than they are this year. But yeah, I always give props to Iowa. So.
And then they went up to Eugene to face Oregon, and they beat them.
Yes.
30-20. And I thought that was the focal point where people started really like, okay, Indiana's here. They beat Michigan.
Start paying attention to them. Yeah.
They beat Michigan State Saturday, 38-13. I'm sorry, last Saturday. And then
October 18th.
Yeah, then they faced UCLA. They beat them 56-6.
Jesus.
They got Maryland, they got Penn State, and they got Wisconsin, and they got Purdue.
Hey, they beat the brakes off of UCLA. My God.
Yeah. Those 2 games at UCLA was riding high.
Yeah.
They're not high no more. No. They off the horse. So they So I'm not saying that that's not a great team, and I'm not saying that they wouldn't beat Tennessee, Alabama, Memphis.
I'll say they won't. But go ahead.
I know you was going.
I don't know, man. That quarterback they got, Mendoza, he's really good.
Yeah, but it's funny, right?
Receivers.
Go ahead, and what's funny about that, guys? Me being stupid, right? I'm like, Indiana, they're coming up through the ranks to do this. Last year they were good. Yeah, dude transferred in this year. Just so you know. So for all those who are not transfer portal guys, yeah, he's a transfer in this year. I figured since it's Indiana, they brought him along, but nope. So yeah, he was at Cal last year.
So quick question. Just to round it, Kevin, did you round it off the schedule? You round off the schedule because they got Maryland next.
Yeah.
They don't have another ranked team.
Penn State, Wisconsin.
They should be 12-0.
Yeah, they'll beat Wisconsin and they'll beat Purdue. So with that said, do you believe in them? Do you trust them to?
Well, something's going to happen, right? Because and I don't know, somebody help me out. Isn't Ohio State and Indiana on the same side of the Big Ten bracket? So one of them is going to go to the championship team game. Both of them can't go. Right? Or am I wrong? Are they on 2 separate sides of the Big Ten?
Depending on how to finish?
Yeah. Well, no, it's it's like the Atlantic and the Coastal with the ACC.
They get the bye.
Yeah, so
they still doing the bye thing. They get the bye first.
No, well, they got to play each other. Big Ten got a Big Ten championship.
No, that's the conference championship. There ain't no bye.
Yeah, conference championship.
Oh, okay.
They can't play in the conference championship. I don't know if they can or can't.
Well, they must. I don't think that they are, because did they play each other this year?
Yeah.
No.
No, but they don't have to. There's 85 teams in that conference.
Right. I think they play each other off years. Yes.
Okay, I'm looking at the wrong one. Yeah. Okay.
Are they the same? Are they on the same side of the bracket? That's it. That means somebody got to play. Minnesota got to play somebody.
Yeah. Good point.
Oh God.
Good point.
You know, and that's was something that the folks in the ACC, and though they're not around anymore, Pac-12, that they were talking about. You know, let's make the conferences stronger, and everything will pan out. But the conferences aren't stronger. You know, you can see the SEC strong, and the Big 12, I guess, right? Because you got BYU is there, right? Who else? Utah is there. Texas Tech is there. I mean, for the Big 12, that's actually pretty good. And I think there's one more, which would make 4. I mean, I think what happened last year in the ACC kind of went crazy because Louisville is not there anymore. Dan, you guys could end up being on first on your side of the conference in the ACC. So, who else?
Okay, that was last year. They played Ohio State and Indiana played last year. That was
that's when
November
Indiana went to sleep.
23rd, 2024. Ohio State 38-15.
Yeah, but I don't know if they are on the same side. Like if they would in the conference championship, if they would have to play each other, which would be a heck of a conference game. Like that would be a hell of a game. I'd take that. Right? That'd be dope. I would really like to see that game. But it probably, I mean, my luck, it probably won't happen. But again, I only say that to say, guys, I'm not a homer. I'm not a stat guy either. I just look at the facts, man. And since I moved down here, and I started, you know, because I'm actually an ACC state. I'm a North Carolina, and North Carolina was pretty good. They were, you know, when I first moved down here.
Was Mac Brown the coach then? No,
it was before Mac Brown. That was when Trubisky was there. Like they went pretty far with Trubisky and that team. So, you know, I thought, you know, Carolina was good. North Carolina State had some years where they were in and out. Wake Forest had some years where they were in and out. So I was more ACC, but then I started seeing that SEC thing, man.
They can't beat them.
You became a believer?
Yeah, man. You know, I was with Brinson Buckner, man. And he went to Clemson.
Yes.
And Brinson was like, yo, dog, that thing there is different, D. He said, that's different. You know? Because there was a few kids from Huff that went to go play for Clemson. And
so they might not know where Huff is at. Explain
that's in Cornelius. That's just not too far from where I live at, man. Real nice school. But in North Carolina, just north of Charlotte. And they went to play at Clemson, and they lost to Alabama in the championship one year. And I think one year they beat them. So, you know, props to Clemson. But I was like, yo, these dudes here are different. Like, you watch, every game was good. I remember that, like, there's a bowl where Kentucky plays somebody. And Kentucky gives them a game every year, whether Kentucky is good or not. They give them a hell of a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, a good team, they'll, you know, like, you just saw that. And I was like, wow, this is a little bit different. So when I see a team like Alabama play 4 ranked opponents, and then they took a week off to play South Carolina, which, you know, at the beginning of the year, everybody thought was going to be a ranked opponent. And I tell you, off gate, 2 defensive linemen they got there for South Carolina. If I was the Niners, I would not win another game this year to draft both of their D tackles. Guaranteed. They both big, fast, and mean. Evil. Evil. Like diabolical work out there, fellas. But that said, when you see those type of schedules, man, and you can just, you know, I know ABC is happy as hell that the SEC is off of SEC and on ABC now, because they got great games, like triple headers every week. Like it's you know, you're gonna see your blowouts, of course, but come on, man, you got Ole Miss is good now. You know, Tennessee is good, Alabama's good.
Vandy.
Georgia's good.
Vanderbilt
is good.
Shout out to Vandy.
And I mean, Vanderbilt is
Shout out
good.
to the 615.
Yes.
Yeah, Vanderbilt is good. Like, they're not kind of good. They're good. They're better than Tennessee good. All right? And those are the Southern nerds. They get it in. So, you're looking at it like, damn, that's 5-6 teams. Right? And I think it's, Kev, I know I was wrong when I said it earlier, so I apologize. And folks, I am wrong, and I got to apologize to D and Kevin real quick. I was so wrong about Jackson Dart. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that.
Appreciate that. Let us move on to the games and some other news. Alabama, they defeated South Carolina the other day on Saturday. Alabama, who's 7-1 now, they trailed 22-14 late in the fourth quarter before 15 unanswered points. Journey Bernard scored 2 touchdowns in his final 2.5 minutes for a 4-yard TD pass and a 25-yard rushing TD on a direct snap with 34 seconds left. Pretty much gave Alabama the win. South Carolina hung with them pretty much the whole game. If you watch this game, I think, they was up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They was up. Go ahead, dear.
They were up. Like, they should have won the game. At least I thought they were when I fell asleep. 4 times I fell asleep.
South Carolina had the most sacks allowed in the country entering the game. So maybe that's why I don't think what's the quarterback's name?
Yeah,
maybe that's why he's taking a step back, because he ain't got can't protect the quarterback. What happens?
Yeah, it gets bad for you.
He's running for his life, man. Let me go to the next game. So Alabama's 7-1. South Carolina, unfortunately, taking a little bit of a step back this year, and hopefully they can get it together. Like, how many years of eligibility? Sellers?
He got 2 more.
He's got 2 more. Okay,
yeah, true. These are true.
Gotcha. Let me move on to the game that I'll set it up here. Here's a look at how a marquee hire ended in a swift exit. What it tells us about expectations, leadership, and high-stakes college football. As those that know that should know, Coach Brian Kelly, he's no longer with the Louisiana State University anymore. So Kelly came into LSU with high expectations and a strong Southern accent. I just put that in there. This is from CBS Sports. After a strong run at Notre Dame, his tenure was anticipated to restore LSU to a national title contention. The unraveling started to visibly accelerate this season. LSU opened strong 4-0, but then they dropped key games. 3 of their last 4 fell, including a 49-25 home loss to Texas in Death Valley. Fans and the stakeholders' frustration boiled over during that made chance of fire Kelly echoed in Tiger Stadium. Even Louisiana's governor voiced concern about ticket pricing versus performance. Wow. Things, a very tense meeting between Kelly and the AD Scott Woodward, that's the athletic director, to those that don't know, reportedly entered on staff changes, signaling internal breakdown in trust and vision. Contractual and financial implications loom large. Kelly reportedly faces a $54 million buyout, highlighting how big mistakes are when a major hire doesn't meet expectations. The central message here is, at a program like LSU, with very high standards and a recent national championship pedigree, good wasn't enough. Kelly's performance was aligned with the institutional demand for SEC and national titles. What this means for broader college football context: programs are less patient than ever, right? Big money hires require fast results, or the program pivots quickly. LSU's decision joins a series of high-profile firings this season. And y'all know about my main man, Franklin. He got released from
big difference.
Yeah. Well, go ahead. I'll let you jump in and get
this.
Go
ahead. I know you're gonna get it, because I know some man, Kurt. James Franklin.
James Franklin. I'll let Eric go. Go ahead and jump in on this Brian Kelly after they
Yo,
lost.
man, I don't have nothing to say about this, man. Yo, man, for everybody to have an outcry, to have changes made, yo, man, I guess this is what needs to be done. You're in the SEC, dog. You know what I'm saying? How many championships has he won at LSU?
None.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How many SEC championships does he have?
None. I mean, championships, period. I think he got like the Mid-Atlantic.
Another one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, appreciate that. So, let me ask another question. How many times has he beat Alabama?
None. No, I think last year. No.
Oh, so he got.
No, I don't think he did.
We'll check this out. What I'm getting at is these are the expectations in the SEC, the mighty SEC.
Yes, sir.
If you can't cut it, yo, man, you need to step off to the side and let somebody else come in and do the job that you could.
Facts.
They don't care about if you have 8 wins no more. They don't care about bowl games no more. This is the SEC. This is LSU. So if you don't produce, if you're not continuously going to the playoffs, making a deep run for the title, this is what's going to happen. I'm sorry. How long has I'm sorry, I don't have this information in front of me. How long has he been coach at LSU?
3, 4
Anybody
years.
know? Offhand?
3, 4 years.
Yeah,
that's it.
He just got there.
Yeah,
but see, the thing is, man, it's different. This is the thing with these conferences, man.
I think the expectations.
He like LSU just won a championship, man. You know, and they fired the coach for not acting right.
Oh, well,
you know, just fire the coach that won it. They felt fired less because he won a national championship, but no, he didn't win one. Actually, Saban won one, and then Les came in there and couldn't beat Saban, so they fired him.
Yeah, last time they won the championship was 2019.
Yeah, Eric, to answer your question, less than 4 full seasons, this says. So
yeah, he came in there with that y'all. I want to see what y'all going, what I'm going.
Yeah,
man,
these fake accents and
they're not playing out there, man. Like they're dead. That's one of those states that have spring football. Like they don't play. If they got spring football in the state, it's not a game.
Go ahead, E.
And I was just gonna say, I'm not trying to tell you billionaires out there what to do with your money. However, if you are quick cooking these coaches, you might want to pump your brakes on how much money that you're spending.
Did you say quick hooking or quick cooking?
Quick cooking. Yeah, quick cooking.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Quick cooking, because these guys ain't lasting longer than 5-6 years no more.
Is it biscuit?
Yo, the quick rotisserie. Yo, man. Give them 2-year deals, see what they can do, and move forward. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. I'm a little peon when it comes to the money scale. All right, I do all right, but not no way where y'all millionaires and billionaires are. However, if you are going to not give these guys long leashes, okay? SEC, Big 10, ACC, Big 12, whatever other conference, whatever that conference is out west, Pac-2. If you choose to bring in a coach and y'all have high expectations, I highly suggest that you stop signing these guys for 4, 5, 6 years for all this money for you to turn around in 2 years because they're not producing, and then you have to have this major buyout. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you know, there was a guy on this morning. I was kind of sneaking my listen as I was at work.
Told on yourself.
Yeah, I know. But he was on with Dan Patrick, and he said, "Listen, man, the problem is that these schools have these crazy buyouts on these long contracts. So like Darryl wouldn't do a 10-year for baseball. The dude's like, yo, listen, you can pay a dude a bunch of money up front, but don't leave no money there after 3 years. If he's there after 3 years, you know, and he quit or he get fired and things don't work out after 3 years, you got to have the contract kind of built so that there really won't be no buyout change at the end. You know, and it's not that hard to do, you know. At least I didn't, like I said, I didn't hear it, but I heard a piece of it, and I was like, wow, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You know, it makes a lot of sense.
Dan, Thoughts on your main man? He gone.
Well, I just kind of pulled up their schedule, and they lost to number 13 Ole Miss at the time, 24-19. They lost to Vanderbilt, 31-24. And then they got smashed by Texas A&M, 49-25. So the losses are against real good SEC teams. You know, to me, the I guess what put it over is how A&M just basically manhandled them. And I felt really bad for, was it Nussmeier or Hosmeier, the quarterback?
Yeah.
That poor kid, he got sacked 7 times. They couldn't protect him to save their life. He probably got hit on every pass play that he did. And you could see like towards the end of the game, every time he had to get up off the turf, he was hurt. But, you know, A&M is
good.
They're really good.
Powerhouse of shit. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. And here's the thing. So you fire Kelly, right? Guess where you're going next week or this week? Or November 8th. They got a week off. They got a week off.
You get a bye.
Yeah. They're playing at Alabama.
Ooh,
Good luck.
Maybe wait one more, game, because then you got Arkansas, Western Kentucky, and Oklahoma.
Yeah.
The last 3 games. I don't know. Like, I get it. It's the SEC. You can't lose. Blah blah blah. But guess what? You got 20 teams in that conference, whatever it is, and there's probably 3 or 4 that are not good or below average. The rest of them, just look at the standings. Like for the SEC, like half of that conference is ranked for a reason. So I don't know. Like you jump in the gun and like he said, you pay all this money, you put all this money up front or in the contract for like 5 years, and you only let him coach for 4 or 3 or whatever. He must be getting paid a boatload. How many years was his contract? Because if he's 4 years in, and they own 53
I think you get another $59 million to go away. So
that's what I'm saying. Like if he had a year or 2 left, and then you have to pay him $54 million or whatever. Good Lord.
I mean that might have been in the contract that if he gets fired, they have to pay him X amount. It might not add up to what the total.
Yeah, true. But still, if that's the case, it's a 5-year deal. Let him finish out the rest of this year.
I think the bigger question is now. I don't know. I don't know. Has there ever been so many firings within a year? So early within the year? Do anybody recall this many firings?
Not of this magnitude. No.
Okay.
Yeah, right. I think now with the championship playoffs and all that stuff, it's happening a lot more.
So now I'm like, who are you replacing? Are they going to just, rinse and repeat? And
man, look, if they're not smart, D, it's going to be a rinse and repeat because the reality is, coaching at those type of schools is not just the coaching. That's the easy part, I would imagine. It's, dealing with the alumni, dealing with the boosters, dealing with the fan bases. Like LSU is not a regular school.
No,
you just can't bring a good coach there because, he's used to dealing with the AD. You get the coach at LSU, you may not talk to the AD for months.
I mean, the hot name now, what is Kiffin?
No, he don't want that. He was there. He had it.
Okay, well,
he had it. He had that big time.
He had
that big time job, and not to say, Miss is a small school, right? So it's a huge program, huge money, huge everything. But he was at Tennessee, right? So he had it. That's a premier blue blood SEC school, and it was too much for him. It was too much, man. Dealing with that. It was too much, man. So I think he probably would rather stay where he's at because they got expectations, but they ain't got expectations like that.
Right.
Like this year, probably get him 3 years. just being that good this year. They don't want a national championship out of him. This is more than expected out of him.
Oh, best job. LSU, Florida, Penn State.
LSU, if you can do it.
Who they get? A high school coach or?
I have no idea, bro.
Does Saban come?
No, none of us Saban said, I don't know.
Well,
And this is another thing. I mean, I know they'll get somebody to coach, but I mean, does anybody want to deal with this? I mean, I guess they will, but for the money, they will. But
that's
the other side of it. When you're trying to get candidates, is are you going to be able to get? I mean, that's probably why they had to pay Kelly a shit ton of money.
Exactly. Correct.
And, if you want me to deal with this, you're going to have to pay me.
Mm-hmm.
I was just gonna say, DA always says this, and I'm his student when it comes to this college football stuff. He says, "Yo, there's a difference between a program and what's the other word you say? Program and a team.
Team and a program. A team is Colorado. A program was Utah.
Yeah,
Colorado definitely is."
So I said that in all earnest because I think now people with the expectations of the NIL and thinking that like what Coach what's Belichick is doing in North Carolina, I think you can just implement 70 people in and think you can just mess all that stuff together. It doesn't work that way.
DA talk about it, man. This thing is hard. If you look at these
now.
guys, it's harder now than it's ever been. But I mean, what do I know? I'm just a guy here. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Coach Saban said on College Game Day, I think at the beginning of the season, yeah, you can have $20 million in NIL money, but if you spend it on the wrong guys, you're shit out of luck.
Yep,
that's a fact. Yeah.
Dan, he used those terms exactly.
Mm-hmm. Nope, no cap in that. It's just like with pro sports, right? Everybody and Alvin. Our baseball guy said it last week. He said, "Hey, depends on what you're spending on." That. Yeah, man.
There's a big difference between the Mets and the Dodgers.
Yeah. So ROI
and real talk. I don't think the Mets did that bad. The Dodgers did a whole lot more better. So
yeah. So Brian Kelly, he moves on. I don't know what he does. I don't know. I didn't really deep dive into his contract that I'm saying that he got to go to the job. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and Kev laugh. He said, "Yeah, they ain't gonna pay you if you get a job. Well, you ain't gotta take one. Like, you can go to Chick-fil-A if you want.
Hey, man.
Yeah, what's your name?
Start your own podcast on YouTube like everybody else.
Yeah, look,
be all right.
Put your own application in at Chick-fil-A, but you ain't got to take the job."
Hey, Brian, come on over to Sports Chasers and
Brian said,
let's talk.
Nope. He said, because then I won't get my $59 million.
Hey.
You could just be a college football contributor.
No. You got to talk to his lawyer.
We'll ask you to come on like 3 times a year.
Yeah, that's all, Brian. That's okay, man.
Come on with Dan and talk hockey.
Because
if it's football, he ain't gonna get his money. So,
and change your accent, dog. You be right.
Yeah,
get you a Canadian accent. Get you a Canadian accent. You be good, man.
Hey.
I think that's I think to this day people still clown him about that. And LSU, like DA said, it's an institution. You got to have the right fit to going down there and dealing with all that. And I guess they wasn't patient enough, man, between the AD, the boosters. As you can see, as I read from CBS Sports, the governor of Louisiana chimed in about that. And like DA said, if your football program, we'll say that, has spring football, and it's sold out, like you can't get no tickets, it's a for real program. So, and
the culture, man, more governors would speak up about some of these other sports charging all this money, but I'll be mute.
Go ahead, DDubz. You said about the culture.
No, there's a culture. You talk about the fit, and it's all that is relative, man. The culture, you got to have that person, that fits that. What you're looking for, man, and I don't know. It definitely.
Ed Orgeron was the dude, man.
Yes,
and he was country. You could barely understood what he said.
Yes,
he always sounded like he was drunk, but guess what he did? He won.
I like Eddie. Eddie O is all right. Eddie O is all right with me, man.
Yo, DA.
But that's real.
And you know the funny thing was that he won the same way as the assistant coach at USC.
Facts.
Yeah.
That is a whole fact. That's a whole fact. Let me move on from Mr. Kelly. Just talk about get some shine to Vandy, and then we'll go on to the pros. Here's resilience emotion when you face an advanced situation like losing your starting quarterback and still find a way to win. That's the kind of championship team behavior that matters. We'll take a look at Vanderbilt here. Vanderbilt now 7-1, 3-1 in the SEC, defeated Missouri 17-10 to mark its best starts since 1941. The win gives Vanderbilt 3 victories this season over AP top 25 opponents. This is very important to the DA, a first in program history. The decisive score, quarterback Diego Pavio dove across the goal line from the 1 and with 1:52 remaining to break a 10-10 tie. Key turnover was safety CJ Hurd. He recovered a fumble by Missouri in Vanderbilt's territory, with 7:02 left, setting up the winning drive. Missouri 6-2. Missouri's not bad either, right? I think they're ranked also, as I read just a few minutes ago. Missouri 6-2. Lost starting quarterback Boo. I can't never pronounce it. Boo.
Yeah, they're number 19.
Pribula early in the third quarter with a left ankle injury. Missouri's backup freshman Matt Zola threw a 6-yard TD pass to tie the game early in the fourth quarter before Vandy's late drive. Vanderbilt's standoff offensive play earlier from running back Michael Young broke off an 80-yard touchdown run late in the third quarter to give Vandy a 10-3 lead. And that's pretty much it, man. Vanderbilt, man, hey, best start since 1941. DA, your thoughts on the nerds, as you call them, down there in Nashville?
Oh, man, the nerds can play. They hit. Like, they are a very physical team. Good running game. They're a balanced team, too. Like, right after Indy. They're a very balanced team. Not as good as Indy, I don't see. But, you know, we'll see if they get to meet up with each other. Because it's, you know, iron sharpens iron, so it's the competition you play all year. That'll make you stronger. So, but I think they are another really balanced team, man. And so really, really proud of their efforts this year as well. So
gotcha. When do they start doing the college?
I think 2 weeks, probably,
2 weeks.
right? Yeah, right. When they start to give that foolishness about what the people in the room say, who they say is number one. Put it in the computer, man. I keep telling y'all, man. No, you'll see. It'll come back to me.
We vote for DA to be on that committee, man. I don't know how we can get you on that.
Oh, boy, they're going to throw me the hell up out of there.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it, but I know you would fight back, bro.
Oh, yeah, I would, because they couldn't. What are you going to tell me, right? These are all opinions, right? And that's what the problem is.
So. Hey, Mr. Auburn, we got this is the 1 through what are they doing? 1 through 12, 1 through 1 through 12, and I can really see you like say no. This what was that word he used earlier?
Magnanimous. I'm not being so magnanimous now. I will be.
Yeah, he wouldn't be magnanimous. No, he would.
I'll be opposite of magnanimous.
It'd be opposite. Yes, right. He would not be generous or forgiving.
What I want is kids that play the sport to be rewarded for playing the sport. That's all.
Gotcha.
So,
I say, isn't this the game? I want to say because this was a close game the whole way through. I was catching bits and pieces of this, and it ended on a Hail Mary that I think Missouri caught. It had to been,
and he fell down right on the one.
Sheet of paper between the ball and the goal line of being a touchdown.
Yeah, his back was to the line. If he would have fell over another way, it'd have been a touchdown.
Touchdown, correct.
I think that what's good this year is the backup quarterbacks that have come in games and have done really well, right? Which shows that coaches are coaching, because backup quarterbacks have been coming in for a lot of games this year and have done well.
Don't start Eric.
Yeah, I know.
Coaches coaching.
I'm not saying nothing.
Imagine that.
I was gonna say I think more of these kids are more prepared when they get to college. Like the way that they train and everything else in high school, it's more like streamlined into a business or a job for them at a very young age compared to years past. So I think that has a lot to do with it, that they take initiative to make themselves better before they get to college.
I think Kev has lined up somebody that'll be able to talk to us about that in a few weeks.
Yes, we absolutely. Dan, I wish you can be there, man. Maybe we can switch some days or something like that. But yeah, we got a really good interview coming up, man. I don't want to give it away, but shout out to you. Yes, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be dope. Let's move on to the National Football League.
Sorry, Giants.
Well, let's just talk about the Giants real quick. No, you're good. I didn't have them on the rundown. They lost. What was the score? 38-20, I believe.
Good game.
Yeah, good game. Cam Scatterbull, he got hurt. Looks like he got broke his ankle. It was really gruesome. You got to catch it. If you don't want to catch it, it really was if you wanted to catch it.
No, you don't want to catch it.
DDubz had a problem with one play in that game before we move on. Go ahead.
Push.
Yo, it's just, of course, man. You already know what it is when I'm dealing with the Eagles.
But you said after there was, I had a problem when they gave Hurts forward progress, right?
It was a fumble.
It's a fumble. I've been watching football a very long time. I know I played in high school, and
No, it was a fumble.
It was a fumble. Yeah.
You know why it was a fumble? Because there was no whistle blown. There was no whistle blown.
I bet you there was a button called push.
Oh well, it gonna get me on that one.
Cash Patel.
I bet you that.
Oh,
what did you say, Dan?
What you say? Who is that, Daniel?
Cash Patel.
Yeah.
Somebody had some money on that game.
Not the cash app. Not the cash app.
Yeah.
Cash Patel.
Oh, I mean, come on, man. Yeah, it's crazy, man. So again, I'm on heightened alert from the NBA and everything else that's going on around here. So I don't trust a thing. And excuse me for being cynical or a little bit of what's the other word I'm looking for, but
indifferent.
Yeah.
How can you be a sports podcaster and you're being indifferent?
Welcome to the other side, D. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And by the way, if anybody hasn't, I decided to change the name to the Truth Chasers because I'm about sick of all this stuff. But
subsidiary of the Sports Chasers.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. Again, low expectations of the Giants. But that was a bad. I mean. My man Gangsta Boo, of course, Scatterboo.
Gangsta Boogie.
Yeah, that ankle, what is it, fracture and broken, whatever the case is, man. I mean, he's definitely not coming back. High energy guy. I just needed Dart to, pull it together a little bit. I didn't need him to go, he lost everything. I needed him to hold it together to bring the team together. Other than that, Philadelphia's supposed to do. They did what they're supposed to do. They're the world champs, and that's what they're supposed to do. But you got the NFL. Y'all got to get this stuff together, man.
Well, they can't even determine what a catch is, man.
Yeah, well, you're Fat Tony. Skinny Tony.
Go ahead, E.
Oh no, I was just going to make one observation that I speak on one observation that I seen. The Eagles' offense. Now, I'm not saying that the Giants' defense is that bad, but I did see some differences in that offense.
There's a high octane run.
Just saying. I mean, again, me and Kev talked about this earlier. It's amazing how some offenses can just do little wrinkles and they look so much more efficient. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, I forgot that Devontae Smith was on the damn team until yesterday. So. It's amazing.
Coaching.
Yeah.
Coaching.
Is it coaching or is it,
using
it's just better play calling.
Okay.
Better play calling.
Yeah.
AJ Brown didn't play yesterday, did he?
Yeah, but he had a good game last week though.
Yeah, he had 2 touchdowns last week before. So yeah, he went off, man.
Is that the one that's on Book Club?
Yeah, he's winning. Yeah.
Book of the week.
Shout out to AJ Brown, man. Let me move on to the next game. To the other team that plays in the Meadowlands. Sometimes the bounce back isn't just talent; it's character, belief, and grit. The New York Jets, 1-7, secured their first win of the 2025 season with a dramatic 39-38 comeback win over the Cincinnati Bengals, who are 30-5. Quarterback Justin Fields stepped in after veteran Tyrod Taylor was ruled out with a knee injury. Fields delivered 21 of 32 for 244 passing yards and a touchdown, no turnovers. Ground game exploded. Jets rushed for 254 yards. Shout out to Breece Hall. Running back Breece Hall had a monster day, 133 rushing yards, 2 rushing TDs, and the game winning. That was ill what they did in the end zone near the goal line. He threw a 4-yard TD pass to Mason Taylor with 154 remaining to secure the win. The Jets trailed by 14 points in the fourth quarter, yet scored 23 points in a quarter to pull it all out. The win came amid off-field turbulence. Fields revealed that he had been emotionally drained, even saying he found himself in my closet crying on the ground, not because of the hardship, not because of the troubles. Head coach Aaron Glenn got his first NFL head coaching victory and praised Fields' resilience. He's the perfect person to be able to handle everything that's been thrown at him. Losses still loom. The Jets will still sit at 1-7 and remain far from playoff contention, but the win provides a critical emotional and momentum lift for the Jets. I'll say this about the Jets before everybody else chimes in, man. Hey, shout out to Justin Fields. Sometimes, man, it's just best to just shut up and go play. He shut the owner up. Good for him, because the owner was talking mad greasy about him.
Yeah, man.
And he shut him up. Woody Johnson can't say anything.
But
Woody Johnson,
so,
Woody
let me ask you
Allen.
a question.
But go ahead.
He said Woody Anderson.
Woody Allen.
Woody Allen.
Woody Johnson.
No, I know.
No, I know. Kev, but if you was Justin Fields, like,
yeah,
how is your relationship with your boss? Like, yo, just give him a check and shut up, man. Old man. Like, I really ain't got nothing to say to you.
Yeah, after that, for real.
You know, I don't know.
And he does it, and he did it publicly, which is easy to begin with.
Hey, man.
You know, some people might say, oh, but you guys, you love the Yankees, and George did that in the press to Reggie. Shut up.
Reggie did try to kill George.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
For real.
But shout out to Justin Fields. He took the high road, even though he might be renting on the low road. But hey, shout out to him. He did his job, man. And you know, again, like you said, Kevin, shut him up. That's how you shut people up, man. You let them talk, man. You let them talk, and you just handle your business. And that's just a point of case to all the young kids out there that's out there balling, doing their job or whatever the case, and letting the outside noise come in.
They don't need to go back and forth.
Nah, ain't no need to go back and forth. Just go ahead and handle your business. I can show you better than I can tell you.
You can tell that was fuel to his fire.
Yeah.
That absolutely was. Now, has Justin Fields played bad? Yes. We got to say that. Yes, he has played bad.
And it might have been hey, shout out to Woody Johnson. It might have been just maybe a kick in the ass, even though you did it kind of greasy.
Yeah.
That might have, it might have jump-started this kid. Who knows? This might be a good thing for the kid, and this might be the rocket.
And also too, I think it was a swift kick in the pants for the whole Jet offense. You haven't seen Breece Hall run like this all year.
Yeah.
Hey, I said
like this.
I was like, where?
You know what I'm saying? Justin Fields, if you look at the receivers that he hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different receivers. He wasn't doing that early in the year. Well, since the Pittsburgh game, since week 1. You know what I'm saying? He locks on 1 or 2 receivers and that's it. He, for whatever reason, they had a better game plan maybe, or maybe he had a nightmare the night before. Who knows? But he spread the ball around. And again, we always say on this podcast, a running game will always help your quarterback out. Young, old, or indifferent.
Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
And the fact that, they lost great Jet player Nick Mango yesterday morning.
Shout out to that family.
Yes.
Yeah, shout out.
Which is, dude was like, him and his brother, like they were both like, I think one's in the Hall of Fame. I don't know if the one that played for Carolina went or not, but he might be going to. But
Forgot about him.
yeah, he passed, and he's a big part of that Jet family. And dude was a monster, man. And maybe they found it in them to kind of dedicate some of what they were doing yesterday to that man and his family, so forth and so on. So. But Nick Mango was a monster, and rest in peace to him, and condolences to his family from the Sports Chasers.
No
doubt. And that also, I think, especially with the offensive line and the running, and like they probably took some of that pride, and hopefully it'll kind of bring out what the dudes were drafted to do. Like they were drafted to do something there. You know what I mean? So quite possibly, maybe block and open up some blocks would be part of that equation.
Gotcha. Dan, thoughts on Jets and the Bengals? The Bengals play in your division. Was this a bad? How can I say that?
Oh, yeah, you said it right. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Was this a bad loss by the Bengals?
I would say this. I know everyone is, hoo-hoo, hooray, Justin. They played the Bengals. They have
the other side
no
Damn,
defense.
Dan, you just shit on the whole.
No. I mean,
Justin feels good, feel story. Here you come with your bullshit. Try it, Dan.
Okay, here's my point. If you played that great,
yeah,
you had to use your running back to throw a touchdown to get a 1-point victory.
Well, they hadn't won all year. They had to try something, Dan. Damn.
Right? No, but
Damn,
I know what you're saying, Dan.
Dan.
I'm messing with you.
I'm glad he played well. I liked it when he was in Pittsburgh. I think that's what you see with the Jets is the entire reason why they are the Jets. The owner's getting involved. There's chaos through the entire organization. Aaron Glenn, I don't know how he got the head coaching job. I believe it was a week before, and Justin got sacked. There was 7 seconds left in the half. They had a timeout. What'd they do? They all stood around and looked at each other. Nobody called timeout, and they went to the locker room. Like, you couldn't have thrown the ball 10 yards, tried to kick a field goal, or even thrown a Hail Mary, try to get a penalty and get it on the 1 yard line. Nope. We just stared at each other, and we know in the half, let's go to the locker room. Yeah, just stuff like that. Like, just bad management of time. I think he went to a worse situation than he had with the Steelers. Just in the fact that it's just chaos there. And the owner's calling him out. Yeah, and he probably came out, with a little chip on his shoulder. Like you said, he went 21 of 32. He had 244 yards passing, 1 touchdown. He had 11 rushes, 31 yards. But it still is the Bengals.
I'm glad Daniel.
I know what it's saying about my Steelers, and I'm going to get in that if we talk about that. But
we are.
No, I'm fine with that. But
it's on the right.
You won by 1 against a horrible Bengals defense. So, as much as it's great that you got the first win, great. Now you got to build off that.
Yeah,
and what they do next week will say a lot about how they progressed. We'll just say.
Good point, Dan. Appreciate that, Dan.
Kev, real quick, yes, that Dan's 100% correct on that as far as what the Jets do. But the Bengals, you lose to the Jets, and this is after coming off a good win over the Steelers the week before. You come to they played what is that, Meadowlands? I mean, MetLife.
No, they played in Cincinnati yesterday.
They played in Cincinnati.
Yeah, they was in Cincinnati.
So you was at home, and you lost. It's come on, dog.
Yeah, no defense.
You just yeah. So I mean, the whole NFL's up until this point has just everybody still looks like there's no other than Indianapolis. Everybody else just look mid. They don't look like they and
sometimes that's good, D.
Yeah, you could say the Eagles is finding their way, and they still still champs. But everybody else, it just doesn't look. Everybody still don't look crisp to me. Don't look really good. And we still got to see the Kansas City play tonight. They play play Washington tonight.
I kind of believe you round into shape, right? And I think you're supposed to get to that point in time when like you really rolling when the playoffs is coming. Like
that's fair.
Even back in the days when we had great teams, there was still a anti. So when the Giants was good, the Niners were still there. We may not have been as good those years, and the Giants would beat us, but we would give them a game, or there'd be another NFC team to give them something along the way. I just don't think we have that anymore. It's just a lot of teams are kind of in between.
If you look at the landscape, everybody just doesn't look.
But also, I think expectations. Your term, D. That expectations term has got dudes. Mama Vanez, I'm sorry. I don't curse no more. Well, not much, but it's got people, fans, effed up, right?
Yeah.
Because even with you, D, with your boy out there and with the San Diego, right? Herbert, right? Because the expectations, they say he's this, they say he's that. People start to think he's that, and he's not, right? If you look at these teams, like dog, like he's okay.
Right.
He upset block Purdy. He's the next man up. Man, F that, man. He ain't ish. All right? There you go. When we say it, that's just the facts. I take Mac Brown in a minute. Period. End of story.
Period.
Right? Huh?
How tall is Purdy?
4'8". He was,
he right there with Kyler.
Yeah, he's right there with car seat. He with the car seat. Yeah. Both could have been in Return to the Jedi, out there on that. Yeah.
So, I say all that to say you look at these teams. I don't know what I'm looking at right now, and then I'm looking at the Patriots, who's I believe is 6-1 as well, or maybe 5-2, 6-1, 5-2. And you're looking at them, and I think Kevin, you might have that on the rundown, but you're looking at them, and you're like,
the next.
Yeah, they look.
That's what we need to be.
I don't know, but I don't know if I trust them though. You know what I'm saying? But homeboy's playing good.
6-2, excuse me.
Maybe that's what we need to appreciate is the balanced team without the super duper star that you gotta get in a super duper car. You don't have to do that.
And I'm going to ask you the next question. Then, with everybody being so in between like this, who do you pick for MVP? Is it because I think that Jonathan Taylor should get right, but they're not going to do it because it's quarterback driven award.
Yeah. They'll give him offensive player of the year.
So what you going to give it to Mahomes again?
Well, the rest giving it to him. Why not?
Yeah. All right, Kev. I'm sorry. That's all my questions about the Cincinnati. And
let me move on to the next game.
Danny Jones MVP. Now what, Dabo?
Let's start with this. The next game, the Patriots. 6-2. They defeated the Browns, who were 2-6, 32-13. The win marks the Patriots' fifth straight victory, and they've now won 11 of the past 13 meetings versus the Browns since 1999. This reincarnation of the Browns' road losing streak now stands at 12 games. They have not won away from home since week 2 of last season. Drake Maye, he keeps on doing some good things there. He's 18-24 for 282 yards, 3 TDs, 1 interception.
Where Mike Millie's at, man? He told me Drake Maye ain't shit, man.
I think he's playing real. Here's a quote from Maye. Maye commented, "It's really cool to really see a difference from last year. It's been a journey. He says, we've been through it. The fans have been through it the last couple of years, man. So some of the standout, hey, I don't care what you say about the Browns, but Myles Garrett, man, I don't care what you say, man. He's a monster. He had 5 sacks yesterday, man.
His ass should have ran when he had a chance. Go ahead.
He took the break. Don't feel bad for him.
I don't want to hear nothing.
All I could say is I absolutely love this. I don't want the money. I want to win. I want to win. Oh, let me take the bag. Now I'm stuck for 5 years. Enjoy. Enjoy sitting by yourself on the end of the bench with your millions while you lose every damn game.
Take money. You know what? That's a kick in the face to my man Joe Thomas.
Yes.
Who really wanted to win and couldn't win. So yeah, you know.
Yeah, he got what he deserved.
Yeah, he's gonna get what he deserves.
Take money.
Take money for the Patriots. They improved to 6-2. Home win extends positive trend. Home field momentum. The Browns are 2-6. They work it worsens. Impact on the Browns. Dylan Gabriel, he was 21 of 35, for 156 yards, 2 TDs, and he threw the ball to the other team twice. Coach Kevin Stefanski affirms Gabriel remains starter, citing young quarterback growing pains. So for all the Shedeur Sanders folks, looks like he'll be starting anytime soon. So hey, the Pats are 6-2. They was I forgot what their record was last year. They made a coaching change, and like Vrabel's got them on
playing really good,
really good, like you said, on a different path. Go ahead, DDubz, before we move on.
No, that's all. Patriots are playing really good. They're sitting on top of the NFC East. AFC. I'm sorry. And, I didn't expect that from them, and I thought it was going to have a mid-season, but Miami doing what they have done and falling off, and Buffalo looking like I don't know, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. That's another quarterback we could say, Josh Allen, but that's another one. That's another guy that high expectations, and some of the things I'm not getting, I'm not seeing.
I know who he is.
I think Drake May coming out of North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken.
Charlotte boy.
I don't think that anybody seen this out of him coming out of college, and definitely not his first year or two with New England. But this is what coaching is, ladies and gentlemen. Vrabel is a real deal when it comes to coaching, in my opinion. And look how he stabilized this organization, at least for the first 8 games of this season.
Hey, is he the first piece of the tree that got it right?
No, he's not part of the tree.
He's not part of that tree?
He was a player. He was a player, not a coach.
He never coached with
the players do better than the coaches or the coordinators.
I say coming out of that. Yeah, okay. All right. We'll
he never coached with him. I think he was actually in another coaching tree, but
okay.
Who he first was a assistant underneath, but yeah, I think he got, I guess, some of it. I don't know. Listen, man, they run a good defense and playing good offense, so I think he's managing expectations, and that's usually what works.
Gotcha. We'll move on to the other scores and games here. We did that one already. So this game right here. What's this game? Do I got it right here? Oh, that's right. The Colts, the Indianapolis Colts. Significance because the Colts, they're the best in the league. They're 7-1, sitting at 7-1. The Colts, they defeated the Tennessee Titans on yesterday, 38-14, to move to the NFL best 7-1 record. Jonathan Taylor, we just bigged him up, exploded for 12 carries for 153 yards rushing, 2 rushing TDs, 18 yards and 80 yards, and a 19-yard receiving TD. If you had him on your fantasy, man, boy, he went well. He went to work. Taylor became the first player in NFL history to score 3 touchdowns in 3 consecutive games against the same opponent. Daniel Jones pass completed 21 of 29 for 272 yards and 3 TDs. 3 TD passes, despite being sacked a season high 3 times. Michael Pittman Jr. caught 8 passes for 95 yards and tied his career high with his 6th receiving TD of the season. The Titans continue to struggle, record now 1-7 with 6 of their 7 losses by double digits and 2 losses this season to the Colts by wide margins of 21 and 24. The Titans, they had some injuries. They had the linebacker Gay, he was out. Woods, he also had an injury. The Colts offense averaged 8 yards per play in a game, and now have scored at least 31 points in each of their last 4 wins.
I got a question.
Go ahead, E. I'll let you take this one.
First of all, shout out to Indianapolis because I did not see that. I thought that they would be
Remember, Daniel Jones,
but I didn't know.
Daniel Jones didn't even win the starting. Remember, what's his name? Richardson was starting first.
Yeah, he was starting and
Right.
got hurt.
He got hurt.
This is what happens when opportunity knocks. You better answer. So this is all Daniel Jones is doing. Again, he we all know where he came from. And he has a better organization, a better offensive line, a better offensive coordinator, a better coach, a better running back.
Hey, E,
it is what it is.
When one door closes, another one opens.
Another one opens. Yeah.
Hallelujah.
And Daniel Jones kicked that bitch open. Excuse me. Yo, man. I just got a question because I really don't have much to say about this game. Indianapolis did exactly what the heck they were supposed to do.
Yeah.
If both of these teams' head coaching job became vacant, which one would you prefer? Tennessee or the New York Jets? Both for 1-7. Think about the situations. Think about expectations. Think about ownership.
I think about money a lot. I'm going to Nashville. There's no state tax there, so I'm going to Tennessee.
That's a good choice.
I don't even know who's the owner in Tennessee. So, yeah, I would probably go to Tennessee if I was. They say, "Hey, Mr. Warren, and I think the quarterback position is more solidified, even though he's a rookie, whatnot. Cam Ward, he'll get through whatever. But
I agree.
As we always say on this show, right? You keep on changing coaches and coordinators and stuff like that. It'll be very hard for them to get better. But if I had to eat, I would say the Nashville job instead of the Jets job. Yeah, I live in New York and the taxes is high. I'm good.
Just remember, they fired Vrabel a couple of years ago.
Well,
they don't spend no money in Tennessee.
I forgot they're a little bit,
I agree.
They're a little bit dysfunctional too. You're right. They fired Vrabel. I think I read last week or the week before last how they've had like 4 or 5 coaches within the last 6 years, and not 6 years, but it's been they've hired and fired a bunch of coaches, and they have not been able to have stability, I guess, since the days of Derrick Henry and what's his name? Tannehill. Yeah. So
they are they've actually had the luxury of being a small market team with not a lot of expectations after you let go of AJ and Derrick Henry and Tannehill. It's kind of, I don't know, he's got a clipboard somewhere. So like without the expectations, I think dudes are just like, yo, it's okay. And that's the hard part with these teams, man. That is the very hard part with these teams, man. When you're a team that's people ain't really expecting you to do but so much, as a team. It's like, they're going to do this. They're only going to do this, only going to do that. But it wears on you after a while, as a fan base. When you only think, oh, well, Tennessee, we're only going to win 4 games every year or 5 games a year. After a while, you get a taste of those years that y'all were pretty good. And, people would like to see it happen because they see other teams go up and come down and, can kind of get to the mountaintop and kind of stay there. So, I don't know. It's hard to get there, though, and it's hard to stay there for sure. The Jets, I don't think they're ever, because I think they're always going to be second fiddle in this city, in New York City, regardless of what happens. Even when they were good with Rex Ryan, I think people still cared more about the Giants than they did the Jets, and the Jets were better, though. That year or two, because people knew the Giants would be back at some point. So
I'll say this about the Jets, being that I lived in New York, born and raised. I think the Jets sometimes suffer from identity. I think the Jets should actually do like how the LA Chargers do. First of all, we keep calling them San Diego, so that's an omen for me. They need to move back to San Diego, the Chargers. They're playing the same stadium with the Rams. Same thing that's going on with, I think, the Jets. The Jets need to find their own identity, man. Tear down the Nassau Coliseum and go build a stadium out there where they can play out there, because they used to practice at Hofstra.
True.
Yeah.
They ain't using the Nassau Coliseum. The Islanders moved into another building right there in Elmont. So I don't know what they're doing with the Coliseum or whatever. I don't know about Long Island politics, man. But yes, the Jets, my opinion, they suffer from identity crisis. And yes, the Giants run the city, run New York City. So got you. Dan, anything on the coaching thing before I move on to your squad?
I'm just pleasantly surprised and happy for the Colts. It's what we've been saying about them for the last few years. Oh, they need a quarterback. Oh, they need a quarterback. Since Luck retired, that Taylor, he's been holding it down. And hey, look at that! Give Daniel Jones time; he can play football.
There you go.
Time and a running back.
Yep. He had Saquon.
Yeah.
He just didn't have time. And there you go.
Well, he didn't have an offensive mind either. So I mean,
that's where time comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, and good for him, because
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
it's. I know I harp on this all the time about all these Cam Ward. Yeah, like you said, oh yeah, he'll be all right. Well, you're going to stun his growth by the continuing lose his confidence because they keep losing.
True.
That kind of thing. It's like look at Love. He sat behind Rodgers. What, 3 years? Now look at him. He's playing good. Mm-hmm. There's something to be said to learn the game, learn the speed, learn the NFL from the quarterback position.
Oh no, they need to start right away.
Well, I mean, if that's what you want to do, ask Cleveland and how that's going for him. I mean, whether they had 37 quarterbacks in 8 years?
Yeah.
I mean, they had 10 on the roster this year?
14 and yeah. And they got one paid quarterback, But he's really good.
I'm happy for the Colts. They've been, just a play or two away from having a really good team. And it's like we talked about with baseball. It's nice to see a new team get up there and play for the division.
True that.
Yeah. I know we've been talking about gambling lately. The Colts, as of late October, the Indianapolis Colts had some of the best odds to win Super Bowl LX. They was what was this here? Their odds for winning the Super Bowl was plus 1,100. So
wow.
If you put money on the Colts before the beginning of the season, man,
you all right.
You're all right, man. But nobody saw this. Like I said, Anthony Richardson was playing and he got hurt, and all people base Daniel Jones' work on what happened with the Giants. And like Dan just alluded to, hey, you give him a running game and you give him some time to throw, which means the offensive line's got to be good. Look what happens.
Maybe even better play calling.
I will have to say that too, Dan. As a Giant fan, yes, absolutely. Yeah. Sometimes what's his name? Play calling is very unimaginative, man. I feel like giving him a Madden playbook sometimes, but that's neither here nor there. Let me go to the last game on the rundown here. Dan Steelers. The Green Bay Packers defeated the Pittsburgh Steelers yesterday, 35-25 on Sunday night. Dan, I just got to say one thing. Let me look in this camera to you, though. Dan.
There you go. Yeah, get the right camera.
Dan, tell your ownership, please do not bring out those jerseys no more, please.
With the khakis.
Hey, they played right up to the uniform.
Jesus Christ. That was awful.
Yeah,
I don't know which one was that one or the Bumblebee one that they wear.
Hey, well, that's pretty close to the Bumblebee one. But the old saying, dress for success. Well, I guess if you dress like shit, you play like shit.
That's 100%. Remember with the Giants last year, when their 100th year anniversary, they came out in those uniforms. Awful.
Yeah, some things you just need to leave in the past. Jordan Love passed for 360 yards and tossed tossed 3 touchdowns while completing 29 of 35 or 29 37 passes. At one point, Love completed 20 consecutive passes in a row, tying a franchise record previously held by Hall of Famer Brett Favre. Meanwhile, former Packers star Aaron Rodgers, now with the Steelers, completed 24 36 passes for 219 yards and 2 touchdowns, but was outperformed by Love. The Steelers jumped out to a 9-point lead at halftime, but Green Bay dominated post-half and surged ahead. The Packers amassed 454 yards of total offense versus the Steelers' 295 yards of total offense. For the Steelers, according to CBS Sports, this was a troubling defensive performance. They allowed a big comeback and still failed to generate turnovers. On the Green Bay side, standout receiver Tucker Kraft posted a career high of 143 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. Dan, I'll give you the floor on your Steelers, who are now, what is their record? 4-3?
Yeah,
4-3. Go ahead, Dan. Before we close it out.
All I could say is I never thought that Matt Canada would ever get back into the Acusher, Hines, that whatever you want to call it, but somehow he made his way as in the defensive coordinator. Oh my God. Are they absolutely like that? Like, just bear with me. They are absolute dog shit on defense. From the beginning of the season against the Jets, they let him run wild. They had a game or two, I think Minnesota, they kind of shut down. But other than that, for the talent that they have on paper, on that roster, that coordinator has no idea what he's doing. This is the worst Steeler defense I think I've seen in 20 years. And it's not getting any better.
Yeah.
And, you know, their adage is they don't fire people during the season. Well, your season might be over if this is the route you want to go.
Bro, they was getting sliced and diced. I didn't want to say no more to you, Dan, because I know you was probably tearing.
I was at work, so
okay. Thank God.
Yeah. I was by myself, so that was a good thing.
You had padding on the wall and everything. Make sure you.
But good Lord, Patrick Queen, you cannot cover Tucker Kraft, the tight end.
No.
And the only guy that was killing you was Tucker Kraft, and the defensive coordinator couldn't figure out, hey, let's put somebody on this guy dedicated. Wherever he goes, somebody goes. Nah, let's not do that. Let's just, run out in the flat wide open and run for 40 freaking yards and watch Patrick Queen run his ass off and not even get close to him. So for me, this is just a continuation of what I saw from when they played the Jets game 1. The defense has no clue what they're doing or the scheme that they're running. Whatever they're doing, it is awful. And I've seen them do nothing to change that. Because the same thing Cincinnati did to them, Green Bay did to them. They were running wild up the middle, and then you saw them with the swing passes, the passes to the tight end. It was just frustrating as hell. And the only silver lining is our division is so bad that we still have a 2-game lead in the division.
Yeah.
That's it.
Go ahead.
And I don't think the offense, like they have a couple of decent plays, and then somebody takes a dumb penalty, puts them behind the change, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 15, and boom, punt. And you could see the frustration on Rodgers. And then, hell, you might as well give Chris Boswell the quarterback money. Give him Deshaun Watson money. $250 guaranteed. Because he is their offense right now.
Yep.
I definitely agree.
But hats off to the Packers. They played really great in the second half on the road. Yeah. But those field goals in the first half would have been touchdowns. Different story.
Good point. E, your thoughts on the Packers and Steelers last night on Sunday Night Football?
Again, I'm gonna echo what I said last week. I really did not think that Green Bay would be able to get off offensively the way that they did. just again, I said, well, maybe the Steelers had a one offer. Boy, was I wrong. I've never seen the Steelers and the Ravens combined playing piss poor defense as I've seen this year in a very, very long time. It's staggering. With that being said, Green Bay, shout out to them. I still don't believe in y'all. I'm sorry. You gotta give me something else. Yes, it's something to be said to go into Pittsburgh and win in Pittsburgh. I give you that. However, I need to see more. I need to see Jordan Love. Yes, he played a great game. However, I've seen this man throw the ball to the opposite team too many times, and it derails the offense. So, and I know they're trying to get the running game back and going with Josh Jacobs and everything, but I just want to I'm gonna read this off and then I'm finished. And this is Fox Sports as of week 7. I know this is up to week 7. The 5 worst defenses in the league: Steelers, Giants, Ravens, Bengals, Cowboys.
Well,
and that's as far as yards given up. The Bengals have given up 27 total touchdowns. Cowboys with 24, Ravens with 23. The silver lining for the Steelers, they've only given up 15 touchdowns. Seemed like they gave up 10 of them yesterday to Green Bay. But again, that's staggering. As far as I've been watching, as long as I've been watching football, I would have never thought that any of these teams, well, maybe the Cowboys, but any of these teams would be damn near on the bottom end on defense. Never thought I'd see this.
I only got one
That's
thing
all.
to say. And to my boys in Pittsburgh, man, is that, and we say this all the time, but when you fumble these games that you should win, when these hard games like this come along and you lose, they almost have a double impact, right? Because, like games you should have won, you lost. You messed around. As Michael said, you're playing with your food. So now on the games that you gotta win, or the hard games that you may lose, 50-50 games, it turns out to be negative. Sorry, a negative on you, man. Like a real negative on you. So yeah.
Well, with all that being said, though, I will say it is only, what's this, week 8?
Yeah.
Still a lot of football left.
Yep.
For some teams to turn it around, or some teams to turn back into that pumpkin. So we shall see. But shout out to Green Bay. Shout out to Indianapolis. Yo, man, what the heck happened? First of all, I'm gonna say this real quick. Yo, my this week, fantasy, not fantasy, but our football pool, absolute dog shit. I have lost damn near 9 games this week. It's ridiculous. Miami had no business winning. The Jets had no business winning. Anyway, I'm sorry. Okay, I just had to throw that in there. Go ahead, Kev. Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead. I'll give you DDubz and go ahead, DDubz.
You know why you feeling this way? Am I frying, first of all?
Yeah, a little bit.
You're frying fish over here, B.
Yeah, we'll work.
Yeah, real quick. The reason why we feel like this is because this parity in the league is so, I think it's extra, along with the injuries and stuff. The reason why you're looking at Green Bay and they're not Green Bay, because Pittsburgh's defense, everything is relative. What DA said and what he is saying right now, and the team is just, there's so much parity. I believe it's the parity in the league that.
Yeah, we don't have the greatness.
Yeah, when you're not meeting, you got this team meeting this team, and it's supposed to be a notch. Like, okay, yo, Green Bay beat a great Pittsburgh defensive team. So it's kind of, we do our own ranking in our head along with the standards. So you looking at it like, man, this shit just don't add up, man. And I think that's what a lot of fans and people are going through right now. They looking at it, you see it. Yeah, I really don't believe in Green Bay. The Patriots, nah, I don't know. You know, they just looking at it.
Next four for Green Bay, they got Carolina, Philadelphia, New York Giants, and the Minnesota Vikings.
And you don't know.
And you don't know, yeah.
Don't know.
Because Philly could start not playing right, or this could be this, or
Correct.
Who knows, man?
Yeah.
We seen teams, they could go in here and beat Philadelphia and turn around and lose to damn Minnesota, who doesn't have a quarterback. So I mean,
correct.
That's why I don't bet
that's
money.
The problem.
That's why I don't bet.
Inconsistent play is going on, and that's the problem. And here we are. But who am I? Hey, y'all let us know what y'all think in the comments.
Who am I?
Who am I? So, real quick, we're finished with that. The Steelers, like you said, Dan said it right. You know, the AFC North. It's not a really good division this year, and they're still able to be 2 games in front of the team that's behind them. Man. So, shout out to the Steelers. Shout out to Green Bay for doing their thing there. Hey, like I said, we wanted to celebrate real quick before we leave the air, man. 7 years of us being on the air. Let me give E the floor real quick. E didn't get a chance to respond. E came a little bit after the fact. He was actually a consultant in the beginning, and then E came on. E, your thoughts on the Sports Chasers on number 7?
Yo, congratulations. When you said 7, I was like, damn, where did the time go? Yo, man, this is what dedication looks like, ladies and gentlemen. If you really are passionate about something, man, it doesn't matter how old you are, hell, you could even be a rapper at 40. The rappers now are better at 40 or 50 than they are these youngsters. Yes. They ain't rapping about nothing. Yes. Anyway. But yo, man, if you're passionate about something, just go ahead and apply yourself. You never know how far you can take it until you try. Shout outs to Kevin. Like Kev just said, I was a consultant. I was kind of reluctant because I ain't want to. Anybody that knows me, I don't like to put my name on anything that I can't give my 100% on. But I am honored to be part of this group, this collaboration of men and minds. And yo, man, I can't wait to see what the next 7, 10, 20 years looks like for the Sports Chasers. So salute to all the gentlemen on here. Salute to everybody that couldn't be on tonight. Salute, and more importantly, salute to all you fans out there, all of our contributors, ECG, all you guys, man. Salute to y'all. Salute to Parity, all of y'all. Yo, man, salute to y'all. Thank y'all to helping us on this journey. And we look forward to seeing y'all in the future.
There you go.
Gotcha. Let me share this one little video snippet here. This is us back in the days, about 4 years ago. 4 years ago.
I better not have no Gumby.
This is us 4 years ago.
Ooh, look at that logo.
The kid they got from Central Florida, I think he answered.
DA still talking about.
If he plays the rest of the year, I think he'll win far more than he loses. But I would have to check their schedule. But I don't think I don't think Notre Dame has another quality win in their schedule this year. So they may have a hard time making it as well. USC.
How long ago was this?
UCLA.
This was 4 years ago.
UCLA looked good.
And we were talking about Notre Dame then.
They all look pretty good.
Sometimes things don't change, man.
There was definitely
DA is very consistent
between Alabama.
Very consistent.
I think it's like a hospital.
And as you can see, DA still.
And like they
let me just play this one of those.
The ranked number 1 here in the Power 25 ranking.
Let me just real quick, since you brought them up, yo, man. What I said last week about the Giants, obviously they are diamonds and not coal because they stood right there with the Dodgers and went to battle with them boys and still showed out as the superior team, at least thus far. So I just wanted to say that, man. So they proved, not to say that they proved me wrong, but that was a question that I brought up and they sure as hell answered it. So shout out to the San Francisco Giants, man.
Yeah.
Let's grade
the
back
Giants. So Tampa
was
3. Eric's White Sox are 4. Milwaukee is 5.
4 years ago.
The Astros are.
So, yeah, man.
I was rooting for the White 4 years ago. Imagine that.
Oh, that was your team now.
Yeah. Go ahead, DDubz. You look like you had a tear. You talking?
You're muted, sir. That's 5.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go send me that $5.
You got 5 on it.
I was trying to save y'all from the frying and cracking.
Oh,
but
damn.
that was
Mute it back. Mute it back. Mute it back.
Good show.
Listen, he's going to get this fixed. Listen, we're going to go. We went over the time a little bit, but appreciate y'all those that are watching and listening at the sound of my voice. Hey, don't forget Thursday. We'll be back. We'll be talking baseball. Main man, our MLB contributor, Alvin, will be back with us talking about the World Series. It's 1-1. I think they return their play game. When is game?
They're playing tonight.
They're playing tonight.
They're on now.
Yeah, they're on now. Yeah. So be there for that talk. We'll talk about football. DA will have his yard work and game worth. See what you should be watching this weekend. And
1-0 Dodgers.
1-0 Dodgers. Ryan will be on with the NBA. Utah. Hey, they 2-1. The Jazz.
Hey, told you.
So listen, we're going to get on out of here on behalf of myself. I'm Kevin Owen, your host and moderator. For Ryan in his absence, for Mike Mills in his absence, for Daryl DDubz Warren, for Dan K, the hockey dude, for Dorian, the DA, and for the angry one, James Eric Warren, man. Yo, this is the Sports Chasers. Happy anniversary to us. 7 years, man. 7 years to us, man. And we're going to keep on going strong, man. Y'all be good, be great, be blessed. Hey, we'll catch you Thursday night at 7 o'clock. Peace.
That's a wrap for today's episode of the Sports Chasers podcast. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and your favorite podcast platforms and connect with us on all social media channels for exclusive content and updates. We'd also love for you to join the conversation, share your thoughts, and become part of the Sports Chasers community. And remember to tune in next time for some more real sports talk. Until